Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are going on, I'm gonna say it again, a relaxing cruise. You know how those have turned out in the past, but we're really gonna try this time. So today we're heading an hour and a half south, down to outside of Penticton, to a mountain top that we've never been to, over 7,000 feet. I'm really hoping we don't hit snow because I'm done with snow, but that's the plan. So I'm just throwing in some air in the tires for the highway portion, grab some food, grab some fuel, and we'll hit the road. Very nice section of highway. If you can hear me, it's very windy because I have the windows down. All right, we're in Penticton, fueled up, and we are on our way to the trail. It's the old train bridge. There's no more bridge across the channel, but I want to jump that with my Razor one day. Maybe while some people are floating it. It's a goal. So you can float right from lake to lake. Well, almost, minus the dam. It's a fun summer activity if you're looking for something really boring to do. All right. Well, we've hit gravel, 8 kilometers to go, so we will learn together what the future holds. Currently at 4,163 feet. I checked the Big White, which is the ski hill webcam, and at 7,200 they definitely had a couple feet of snow, and that's supposedly the elevation of this one, so we'll see. Really don't want to struggle today. Well, so far so good, but that's no surprise. It pretty clearly shows the road going several kilometers up here, and then it might turn into hiking trail. There is an old fire lookout up top, which would be super cool to get to. My buddy Corey said that years ago he came up here on his quad, but doesn't know what it's like since then. So we'll at least find out today and see if it's possible. There's Brent Mountain, the big rock face up there, so stone's throw away. Well, we made it to the top moments later, and unfortunately, turns to hiking trail. So it's not even a maybe, but you can definitely see maybe if Corey was up here 10 years ago on his quad, that it could have been a quad trail back then, but very clearly not, and there's 4.5 kilometers left to go to the top, so we're turning around, going down, and I don't know, we'll explore some different areas that we haven't before, hopefully. Still some good views for the drive. Denny's had to remove his shock, so he's only got one shock in the rear, so he's a little bouncy anyways, so probably for the best that we don't do anything hardcore today, but the day's still young.
A few moments later.
So we're taking a shortcut down, and typical, took the road with the bridges out. It's a bit of a chew. I just came across the creek and up this bank, but now there's a fairly big tree down, so Denny's gonna come across, hopefully park just this side of the creek, get out, grab my big saw, take that puppy out, and then we should be good to go after that. The road looks decent, but deactivated, but not enough for us. So this little connector piece right here, otherwise we have to backtrack and either go way up there and back or way over there and back. So we'll take a bit and do it. Oh, I hear them coming. So there's a few feet across the creek on this side that he can hopefully park on and be able to get out his door without having to get his little tootsies wet. It's a very steep bank up to behind me. I had a pretty good struggle. So he's gonna park somewhere there, come up, grab my saw, and cut this chonky boy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So it's a little tight in here, but tree has been cut, so I can go forward. Here's a terrible shot of Denny trying to make it up the hill, which has got some running muddy water on it, so that's good. Yeah, it is steep, so it's probably gonna have to winch up, which means I'll have to get out of the way. All right, I'm gonna pull down there, which is very steep, you can't tell. Yeah! So that's the missing bridge we were trying to avoid. The rest of the road looks great. Looks like Denny made it up. Beauty. A little bit shorter is definitely nice for being nimble through the tight trees like this. Nice. I mean, it's definitely not super traveled, but I think a lot of animals travel it. Oh yeah, we got some good humps and bumps here. Interesting. These are steep. Dragged my rear bumper, I'll probably drag my belly. No, not quite. Yeah, this one's yeah, not bad. Sorry for the poor camera work. That gives you an idea, maybe. Those are large. Probably about an 8-foot dip in those ones. When I drag my rear bumper, you know it's pretty steep. Yeah, and then it turns to more road-like road. Spotted a moose. Little baby, he's on the run. Come here, little one. Let's be friends. So we're cruising through Apex Ski Resort. Still a little snow up on top. There's a nice smaller hill. See some of the ski runs there, cut through the trees. These are more like big houses than they are cabins, but there we go. That's more my style. Little A-frame. That little guy in the trees. I like that. Got all their snow makers. I was just drooling at the snow cats, but couldn't get a very good shot of them. Here's the snow makers. They're not as cool, but there's a bunch of them. There's the runs. Man, they look even steeper in the summer. Closed for the season. You don't say. So there's a gate. We're gonna have to go a different way. Get a quick little peek at all their beautiful snow cats. Oh, what I wouldn't do. Found a little cut across trail. There's a good view of the snowcats. And Denny. I love me a snowcat. Definitely gonna be more snowcat content coming this winter. We'll get her all dialed in and hopefully there's more snow for it. So this isn't really the right trail, but we're gonna take a poke up it anyway, see if we can get to the top of this Mount Riordan or something. 6,600 feet, and there's first signs of snow. No more, please, we're done with you. Not gonna lie, getting a bit of deja vu, only being like 1,000 feet from the end and there being snow, so we'll make the responsible decision and press on. Looks like we're gonna make it to the top. That's cool. Oh wow. Some giant mountain peaks in the distance. Oh, it looks like you can see a big mine. Big mountains that way. We are 6,900 feet. It's not bad. Well, that was worth it. Gonna get Denny real good with my bun. Right on his driver's seat. Big mine in the distance there. So the mountains way in the distance that you can barely see are right on the US-Canada border. So summer in the US, summer in Canada. That's always nice when we hit an area that neither of us had been to, which is more and more rare these days because we have ticked off a lot of off-road trails and mountains in the southern end of BC. All right, he's getting in. Oh, I missed it. That was a really good shot though, right in the window. It'll get him back. That was a good shot. I don't know why you did that though. It's not mine. I don't know where that came from. So every time I get a sandwich, I like just the one side of the bun. It's a better ratio, so I always give Denny my other half, and he's never grateful. So maybe one day he'll be grateful. So we made it down the last trail, came to the main, and then we found this trail, which actually goes to the top of Apex Mountain. Now that's not the top of the actual ski hill mountain, and there's no keep out or no trespassing signs, and it is a road, so it goes up to over 7,200 feet. So we might run into snow. We're not gonna battle too hard, but aside from that, Denny, I think I mentioned earlier, he blew his right side shock and it kind of fell out because there's only one bolt holding it in. His left just went. So he is going to be having a very, very bouncy ride because now he's got no shocks in the rear, just coil springs.
Well, it didn't break the bolt.
But?
Well, so at least I can do what it's been doing for this whole time. I can put it back on.
Oh.
And then it might do it again.
I was kind of hoping to watch that booty bounce.
Yeah. It's already bouncing pretty good.
Yeah. It would bounce a lot more.
I know, and I don't really want that. I'd actually probably have to ratchet it down at some point.
All right. Unfortunately for me, fortunately for him, he got the shock back attached by one bolt again, so might have to do that again, but no bouncy booty watching for me yet. Still a chance. Anyways, we're continuing up. Hopefully we don't hit snow too fast. Update. Denny's rear end with the one shock held in by a bolt is just brutal. They're getting bounced everywhere. So he's holding put for a bit. I'm gonna rip ahead. It's only a 2 or 3K till the end, so I'm gonna go see if we'll get stopped by snow anyways, and see if it's worth it. Then if it is, he might come forward, and if not, we'll head back down to the main. Because we don't need anything catastrophic happening way out here so far from home. I'll cross 6,800 feet, and there's our first kind of annoying snow. Spinning a bit. There is still some tracks through. Oh no, as I say that, they end right there. So this might be the end of the so-called road for us. About 1.5 kilometers from the top, and making the smart choice to turn around. Just really not in for a battle today, so backing up, going back to the main. Since Denny can't, well, he could come up, but we don't want no shocks and a snow battle all in one. So yeah, another day. You can actually see the top of it way up there. So in 1.5 kilometers, there's still like 500 feet left to go up, which I know those are 2 different units of measurement, but that's what makes sense in my head. So what I'm trying to say is there'll be a lot more snow before the finish line. And I want to make it home before 4 a.m. Good spot to spin around. Danny's already starting his way back down to the main, so we'll go chase him. All right, back at the main. There's young Dennison. Well, we made it back to the main Forest Service road, so probably just gonna cruise on these for the rest of the day, considering Denny's bouncing booty, and still some cool stuff to see that I've never seen before. So a nice 2-wheel drive cruise is sometimes just as good. Can almost see a good shot of the mine that we saw from way up top of the first mountain. We were looking down on this road like 1 hour and 15 minutes ago, so it's crazy how much ground you can cover. Nickelplate mine. This is all man-made, filled in. You gotta wonder what kind of pipes and stuff is running under here. Big ponds back there. Some moose. While we're here, we're gonna check out a little old mine site. Denny's been here before. Apparently it's not too far off the main. Let's go explore. Wow. Down by the creek. Someone put a lot of work into this puppy. Tree laying on it. It's seen better days, but creek running past it. He's diverted some water there, and it goes across his deck. A little doghouse, perhaps? That's pretty neat. The stuff you find when you explore, and that's like literally 1 minute off the main. Really cool. Pretty neat. You wouldn't want to be in that house when there's a big runoff from the snow, that's for sure. So the creek's not running strong right now, but it would be. That is really neat. Lots of history all over these mountains. So another minute down the main, we're going to check out a mine, French mines. I haven't been here before, but I've seen a bunch of pictures, so since we're in the area, we might as well. Pretty cool little road cut into the hillside. Ah, perfect. Traffic coming the other way. Pull over here. pass someone. Pretty crazy to think this little hillside road that they built it likely by hand way back in the day to get to these mines. And it is on a very steep hillside. Alright, so Denny's hanging back because it is a little too jarring. So, and he's been here a bunch before, so I'm gonna check it out quick and then go back and meet him. So this isn't it, but there's a cool lookout here, little fire spot. That's cool. The valley, the river way down below. Beauty. Looks like we have arrived. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So it's kind of hard to get a scale, but you could drive right up in there. That is like 10 feet probably, so you could actually drive way back in there. Again, the valley down below. We'll pull around this corner, see what's around there. You wouldn't want to take a right or go too far straight, that's for sure. Yeah, that'd be a bad day going off there. Oh yeah. Just a bunch more. Pretty cool. Pretty steep. So I'll use this as a turnaround. So yeah, that's the bank. I don't know how many thousands of feet you'd roll down there, but quite a few. There's an old wooden water slide, obviously. Wouldn't want the splinters of that bad boy. Yep, pretty cool. Worth visiting, and especially if you can walk in there and check it out. I'm just feeling a little lazy. But yeah, steep. There's the old water slide heading down there. That would not be fun. All right, back out we go. All right, I'm exploring one more road. Apparently there's more cool stuff, so let's see what we got. Man, I love these roads. Little shelf roads. That view down there. Grass that's still actually green because it's spring. Another few weeks it'll all be brown from the heat. Yeah, I definitely recommend visiting here if you're in the South Okanagan. Yeah, definitely cool. And you can get here with like a stock Jeep or a 4Runner, Tacoma, that type thing. Definitely not a car, but pretty much any 4x4 will do it. I must have missed a turn, but I'm gonna complete this loop trail back to the main pretty soon. Denny's heading back because his shock was bumping too bad, so I think I'm gonna do the loop and then hopefully meet him back on the main. So this is a pretty cool trail, going through meadows and tight forest and stuff. Neat. I'm on the edge of like a, I don't know, massive bank. Any guy's dream to roll a rock down that puppy. Pretty nice. Not where I'm supposed to be, I'm sure, but pretty nice. So just back on the main, picking our way down, which even this road is super cool. Just built into the side of such a steep mountain, so we'll definitely have to come back with Dion and the drone. My drone's a little under the weather. It broke. People camping. My drone broke, so that's why you haven't seen it recently. But yeah, I mean, look at this. Right into the side of the mountain. The road switch back and down there. Wow. Man, the mountain bike track that you could build down that puppy would be something else. Well, that's like a postcard. The road we were just on way up there. River down there, big farms. And just like that, we are back to the highway. So that was a pretty cruisy day. We didn't get to the spots that we necessarily were hoping for, but hopefully you guys still enjoyed. I know it's not quite as exciting just filming from in here, but I will be coming back with Dion, and that will be an awesome video. We'll go to all the places, make it up to the mountaintops, and get some good shots. But hopefully you guys still enjoyed for a quick little video. Be sure to subscribe and like and all that stuff. There's a bunch of really good, exciting, fun videos coming up that you're not going to want to miss. So until then, we'll see you next time.